This is a personal message just for you, channeled from your guides and your higher self. There's a feeling here that the universe is sending you messages. Your intuition, your guides, they're trying to give you a warning, a sign. And that's why this message has found you, because you've been feeling a bit disconnected, or you've been trying to put the puzzle pieces together. And Spirit's like, it's not even a puzzle, it's more like a riddle, right? And so if you feel like you haven't been able to figure out what the signs mean and what the universe is trying to tell you, if you feel very confused, this is your sign for a reason. And if you don't believe me, stick around till the end, because I promise you that there will be a sign or a confirming message for you at some point in this reading. Why I felt the need to do that, but bells are significant. I'm getting chimes, and I'm also getting winds, so like windy weather. Air signs could be significant as well. It's crazy because I was wearing a brown shirt, and before I came on here I was like, oh, let me put on this shirt with the butterflies on it, and we were just talking about winds and things like that. Someone could be booking a trip or feeling the need to elevate. It feels like your energy is elevating, actually, is what I'm picking up on. You stepped into a different timeline. You've been wanting a higher timeline. You've been wanting certain things in your life to change, because look, 144, because you've been almost like slowly exposed to a higher level of thinking, of living, of connecting spiritually. And there's something about you feeling overwhelmed and lost. And recently, I'm seeing that there's a sense of focus. I'm hearing the word sharp. You're very sharp. You're a little bit unbothered, and you're feeling like, why am I going through this? Because there's this energy of you feeling very chaotic and emotional and spontaneous. Almost like, why am I hearing forbidden? Why am I feeling like people try to tell you where you should be, how you, 2222. You're finding union within yourself. The unbotheredness is like you're learning to tune out people's advice and people's perceptions and expectations of you. It's like someone told you you don't belong here, even though you felt deeply that you belong there. You're really rejecting the 3D, and I love that for you. Actually, I did a reading where somebody came to me and they were like, yeah, I saw another medium and they told me X, Y, and Z, but I don't want that. And I'm like, you came to the right person, because I love rejecting the 3D. Sometimes things will come up in readings where I'm like, you know what, girl, this is just a tool for you. This is just a warning. This is just almost like you're getting ready for the battle. You can't really predict exactly what's going to happen, but you can certainly be as prepared as possible. What's an important message here? What is it? What's the missing key? Is what I'm seeing, a missing key. I'm also seeing an orchid, and I'm seeing the colors teal and purple. The world. Yeah, you're ending a huge cycle. This is you stepping into that timeline. But the biggest thing here that you're not seeing is how successful you are actually going through this. I see you like stepping into a portal, going into a door, and you're uncertain. You're like, what's on the other side? But Spirit's like, don't worry. You passed. You did it. Moving forward, your manifestations are going to be coming through so quickly. I'm seeing something about you learning to lay low and keep to yourself. You're learning about duality, and that's like a very advanced spiritual teaching. We can talk about that, you know. If you want to leave me a comment, we can talk more about duality and all of that. But the principle here is I'm seeing you're learning that things are all working together, even if in the moment you can't see it. Why I keep hearing the word attachment? Spirit's like, there's an attachment here that you're learning to break free from. Yeah, literally, the Justice card in reverse. That's a very interesting energy. This is someone or something, some people that you have history with. There's multiple things going on, in fact. Damn, when it rains, it pours. And Spirit's like, we're going to make you go through hell and back in order to realize where the path to heaven actually is. The 9 of Wands. You're so freaking close. You're completing things, because I'm here, I'm seeing like a checkbox, like, okay, check, okay, next, this, that. I'm also seeing a signature, very specific signature here. You're in the quiet before the storm, and you can feel it. You can't exactly pinpoint where you're at right now, because you've already faced a lot of the storm, but it's like you're in the eye of the storm. Actually, the storm has come, you're like, okay, this is the storm, and Spirit's like, no, this is only half of it. Yes, you're so close. This is a journey of you really stepping up into your own power. The Emperor's here. Somebody here could have, have gone through abusive connections with masculine energies, abusive relationships in the past. There's SA coming up, so that's very, very specific. Take that only if it is meant for you. But I'm seeing a golden light around you. Your aura is almost being cleansed. You're being cleansed right now, is what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing that your soul was hungry for something different. You knew there's a part of you that's holding on so tightly. There's a part of you that's holding on so tightly. The Two of Coins. You're juggling two different lives right now. There's a part of you that's like, let's move forward. Let's step into this new being, right? Your soul is hungry. It's like, feed me, right? But then you're juggling the old part of you, and it hurts. I'm hearing birth, like childbirth is painful, is what your guides are. Yep, yes. Childbirth is painful. And the analogy here, the metaphor, right, is that there's a new you emerging, a rebirth, and it's painful. Just like childbirth is painful, just like, you know, being burnt up into ashes only for the phoenix to rise again. That's like being burnt to life. That's a painful thing. Some of you guys can have past lives where you had very traumatic endings, and so you're in this part of this incarnation is that you are overcoming these fears. There's almost like these irrational fears that are coming up that you're starting to be more calm. Like, I just see your energy just being so stable and calm, especially on the outside. It's like nobody can really figure you out right now. Nobody can really say where they stand with you. Everything feels so calm. I'm hearing phase 2 initiated. So 2s are very significant. The number 27 and 28 are very significant. Later 20s, yep, the Magician. You're a manifesting machine right now. You're also very wise. And the Five of Wands tells me that you've been dealing with petty, selfish, egotistical energy around you. But all of these things have taught you things. There's also certain relationships that have cycled through very quickly. And you were like, whoa. Like, you are starting to realize how people are serving you, what their purpose is. And as soon as they're out, yes, maybe it hurts. Maybe you think about it. But you're like picking up so quickly. You're not trying to hold on to things as much. Damn, that part of you that's dying, it's holding on till the very last second. You're releasing. And people think that release is like this quick thing. Release takes time. You're in that state. I do want to go a little bit deeper here because I'm seeing that there's a specific angel, specific guide, 818, as I was saying, that is actually helping you through this. Literally, look. The Emperor came out again. April could have been very significant when it came to you releasing. Maybe in April you felt a big release, or you felt this calmness. You felt this switch of like, okay, I have no choice but to like be positive, but to start integrating. The universe is going to be very generous with you. The universe has been very generous with you, and you're starting to really appreciate that. What is this gift that's coming? There's a gift. Oh, hold on. Number 7 is coming through very heavily, but I'm also seeing 6s. So what I'm seeing here with the 6 of Cups, the gift is that you are really learning from your mistakes. You broke free from a karmic cycle that has been plaguing you, that has been around you. And you were like, oh, I understand why I did those things, because you took the time to ask yourself. I'm also seeing like EFT, emotional regulation, like you learning different tools to really take care of yourself. And so this next phase is you really putting yourself first, because you're realizing that if you don't put yourself first, you can never give to others. You're realizing that your soul is requiring you to be selfish right now. It's the you era. And you're realizing that you're not going to get anything you desire until you choose yourself radically. But you're not alone, and you know you're not alone. You know that there's something in your life that doesn't fit you anymore. You've been asking for it to change, and it's going to happen. You're being prepared to move away from those things actively.